At 11, parents are warning about the latest trend on social media. It's a dangerous and viral game.
That's right, Kelly. Tonight, we're being told of what is called the Momo Challenge. It's a social media game based off of a Japanese statue where through Facebook and WhatsApp, investors are challenged to do certain things. Now, one of these things that is very scary is people being told to buy into cryptocurrency and then instructed to hodl. I've been told from experts in the matter, hodl means basically no matter what, even though it defies in the face of reason, you just keep your cryptocurrency. However, Momo convinces people to panic sell the bottom of the bear market right before immediately causing a giant green candle that would return all the investors' initial investment. It's very scary. We're being told that people everywhere have got to be on watch for this game because we are worried that people will be harming themselves. Terrifying. Don't forget to become a member of the Bit Squad. As a Bit Squad member, you have the opportunity this month to win a Nano Ledger S sponsored by Nimic. Like and comment on each of our videos this month for the maximum number of entries. Must be a subscriber to win. Hey Bit Squad, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to today's Fresh 5 video where we give you the top 5 stories going on in crypto right now. Today's stories are not, I would say, groundbreaking. It's a lot of people's opinions about different crypto that have made news lately. We're also going to be talking about how to keep your crypto safe on exchanges and wallets. Also going to be talking about the competition between EOS, Ethereum, and Tron on GitHub and how that relates to those projects and things like that. So, all right, guys, let's get into it. Market Watch. Okay, so the market coming in at 130 billion, a slide down still over the last couple of days. Bitcoin dominance holding tough at 52%. The charts just look absolutely crazy. It just really, when you look at the charts on the right side, it just drives home the point how much this market is driven by Bitcoin. You find the Bitcoin chart and you can pretty much find almost every other chart, except for XRP, which of course did have a pump based on the Coinbase Pro listings. Nothing's really changed in the top 10 in terms of order. Tron and Stellar are very, very, very close to one another, so we could see Tron pass Stellar again here pretty soon. Biggest winners of the day, ABBC Coin, PundiX, Theta Token, Cubitica, and Ravencoin, all with some nice pumps. And then on the negative side, we have Safe, Engine Coin, after a over 100% pump, has corrected 12%. Decentraland also had a big pump yesterday, Bitcoin SV and Basic Attention Token. So, you know, what we've seen with the ones that are losers today is pretty much most of them are coming off of corrections from big pumps. So, you know, you got to expect that. Number 5. Okay, so this tweet kind of went viral yesterday. Basically, at Bitcoin Mom talking about how she has a business that is in the world of the cannabis industry. And because of that, her bank shut down her account and she said that they lost their business bank account. So I don't know what that means for them. I don't know if the money is stuck. They really don't go into details. But here's the issue, guys. We let other people control our money. That is the problem with the current banking system. Now, did this happen just like this? I don't know. She's not providing us documents. We don't know what the next steps are. However, we do know that your bank does have the power to be able to seize your account at any given moment. That is why we've got to cut out the middlemen so you control your own money. Even if she is in a state where it is legal and she's working in the cannabis industry from a state legality perspective, or it is legal in that state, from the federal level, it's not legal. So I don't know, does the bank have to adhere to those federal rules? I know probably not every business that is in the cannabis industry has just lost their bank account, but it does show what can happen when you let other people control your money. Number 4. Okay, so for number 4, we actually have 2 stories. The first one, and they both have to do with security. The first one has to do with the Coinami wallet. It had a critical vulnerability. This guy right here says he lost his life savings through it. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of basically what happened. What happened is that, you know, in installing the Coinami file on this guy's computer, there was a back door that allowed his private key to be broadcasted across Google API. And all you had to do was have like one misspelled word in it or something that could, you know, be spell checked. It involved spell checking, which is kind of weird. But regardless, this guy lost his life savings on it. And here is my warning to you guys. Stay away from wallets that are web-based or have any aspect to them that are web-based. They're very easily hackable. And this guy right here, if you read this entire story that he says, he is pretty savvy when it comes to understanding files and the way that they execute, much more than I am. And, he wasn't able to catch this until after, and then he was able to, go back and figure out what had happened. But you got to be careful with these wallets, and he says stay away from this wallet no matter what. If you're looking for a multi-wallet that can hold different coins, I suggest Monarch Wallet. The way they store it is on the blockchain, so your funds are safe with Monarch. Not financial advice. I believe that they're safe, so do your own research. Make sure you come up with the same conclusion I did. Then we also have this Cryptopia story. So we are securing each wallet individually to ensure the exchange is fully secure when we resume trading. So this means Cryptopia is going to resume trading after their hack. And, this comment right here by this guy Wrecked, I really like. It says, Cryptopia was sketchy before the hack occurred. If you're sticking around to keep trading there after this, I have no words. I can't sum it up any better than that, guys. When you have something like Cryptopia that has been hacked and, unfortunately, like a lot of people already viewed it as scammy, I would just personally stay away. Once again, not financial advice, do your own research. Number 3. Okay, so is this good news for XRP? Well, it's just one man's opinion here, but basically the CEO of Abra, Bill Bartheit, he has came out and says that he believes that private blockchains will fail. He doesn't believe that banks can come up with their own cryptocurrencies. Basically, he says you can't do a blockchain within a firewall off environment. So very interesting. He believes that JPM coin is trash. I've said I believe JPM coin could spell the end for XRP if enough banks decide to do their own blockchain within the firewall structure. However, here basically he's saying it can't happen. So we now have some opinions of some people that believe that the JPM coin is not going to work. And that would, of course, be good news for XRP if you're a bag holder or someone that believes in using the XRP coin to basically exchange value and settle cross-border transactions. Then, this would be good news for you. So, of course, you got to keep in mind, this is just one man's opinion. But he does say people have this fallacy idea that they're going to make blockchain work inside a firewall. It's all going to fail miserably. So we'll just have to see. But Abra is a big wallet. It would kind of be comparable in some ways of like CZ or Binance or CZ or Brian Armstrong came out and said something like this. It's a guy who's definitely connected in the world of cryptocurrency. We'll just have to see how this plays out. I'm very interested over the next couple of years to see this battle between XRP and these private blockchains. Number 2. All right, coming in at number 2, we have the Woz, co-founder of Apple. And this is a guy who, in my opinion, he likes to stay relevant, even though he hasn't been involved with Apple for a long time. He's constantly doing interviews and, getting his opinion out there. So, but I did watch this interview with him, and he talks about cryptocurrency. And it's really funny because the person interviewing him asked the question, do you still believe in Bitcoin after this total destruction of value? And Woz said something I thought was pretty profound. He said, I actually disagree that there's been, a destruction of value. I believe that over the last year, it's created more value. So, he said, he goes on to explain what, if you're new to crypto and you're not from the financial world, you have to understand the reason the technical analysis works is because, or people say that it works, is because it is all based on human psychology. And so Woz basically says that in here, and he says, listen, the price right now, it's all human psychology. It's fear. It's people saying, you got to get out, it's going to crash. He says you see the same thing all over the stock market, maybe not to the extremes of the volatility that we have in cryptocurrency, but you see it everywhere. And so, I thought that was a pretty profound answer that he gave to this guy, but it really shows the context that the media is trying to spin on cryptocurrency. But this is a very interesting interview. I suggest you guys go check it out. He goes on to make some comments about Mark Zuckerberg and how he lost respect for him, the way that they sell people's data. He talks about Foursquare, which is a company, you may know it from Facebook if you're able to check in different places, how Foursquare has been offered millions and millions and millions of dollars for its data, but it refuses to sell it. So that's pretty cool that you have companies that are still upholding those ethical standards. However, you have a company like Facebook that absolutely is not. So make sure you guys check out this interview. A lot of good stuff in it. The #1 crypto story of the day. All right, guys, coming in at #1, we have the race between Ethereum, Tron, and EOS to become the #1 decentralized platform. And right now with EOS, less than 3% of the EOS commits in the past year happened in the last 12 months. So let's take a look over here at Crypto Miso, and let's look at those three specifically. We have Tron coming in at #5 on GitHub commits over the last 12 months with 5395 from 74 contributors. You can see that there, have been different times where there wasn't a lot of activity. Recently, it did have a little bump, but then before that, there was some emptiness there. Then we have EOS coming in at #9, so less than 3% have came in the last 3 months. You can see that basically no activity. They have over 100 contributors and 4,118 commits. Then let's go to Ethereum, which is ranked #57, actually, very far down. We're going to talk about why it's so low here in a second. And you look at Ethereum. So in the last year, it's had 1,000 commits, 1,056 from 100 contributors. And you can see it's been pretty steady across the board. And we probably took all those bars and evened them out for a nice average. It on average has a decent number of commits, at least a steady and consistent level. So now let's go back and let's look at, is this metric something that we should trust? When we look at the number of GitHub commits over the past 3 months, how much impact does this have? So from Longhash, they make this comment right here. It says, our immediate issue with this metric, however, is that the amount of commits made may not be indicative of how much work is actually being put into the platform. Little is done to weight the actual impact of each commit. As a result, a flurry of small and rapid changes could give the impression that significant development progress is occurring. Further, developers taking their time to implement major changes could give the appearance of diminished develop activity since less commits occur. So if you go back and you look at some of these areas where there may not be any commitments, this could be when, some major commits were being applied, basically is what this article is saying. So, is this something we should really take into consideration? The number of GitHub commits for a project. When you look at Ethereum being at only 1,000 for the last year, and you look at Tron and EOS being, 4,000, 5,000, something like that, we know Ethereum still has a lot of developers and it's making a lot of progress. So over time, the amount of commits that get made into a blockchain should actually be less and less and less, not more and more and more. I'm not 100% sure on whether these commits involve dApps. I don't think that, I think dApps are developed on the blockchain, so people who are developing the dApps may find some things they need to commit to the GitHub, but I'm not a developer. I can't really speak on that. But what I can speak on is that, EOS has had almost no activity over the last 3 months when it comes to GitHub commits. Now, at the end of the day, with all three of these blockchains we're talking about, the end product is what is going to matter. Whichever one of these platforms is going to be able to have the best working product, the best decentralized applications, and the most freedom to developers to come build on them is going to win. So I don't know if this really speaks to that, but this is definitely something to continue to monitor to see if EOS gets some kind of swell in GitHub commits, or if maybe they're pretty close to making some big breakthroughs. I don't know, something we'll just have to watch. Okay, guys, that is all we got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys know some multi-wallets that are able to hold multi-cryptocurrencies. If you've used Coinami, let me know your experience with it and things like that. Let me know if you're going to stay away from Cryptopia. Let me know what you thought about what the Woz said. If you're a fan of EOS, Ethereum, or Tron, drop me a comment. I'll talk to you guys later. BitBoy out.